Okay, you solve them basically the same way, same rules. You got to get the absolute value by itself. And then what you do after that is a little bit different. And then the graphing of it, you're going to be shading above or below these lines. Okay, so let's kind of go over this. All right, example 1. Solve the absolute value of x is less than 4.
Oh, that looks like one.
Absolute value of x is less than 4. So, absolute value is all by itself. So now we split it apart. The first one remains the same. The second one is a -4, and what do you think?
Reverse the.
And reverse the inequality.
Wait, why did we reverse?
This is the opposite.
Oh,
Watch. Watch. So these are the two things that you change. So circle it, put a star around it, draw a bunch of arrows to it, highlight it, spit on it. I don't care. Just don't forget to do that. There you go. Alright, so let's just graph it to show you, and we'll actually plug in some solutions to make sure it works. So x is less than 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. That's going to be an open dot of 4 shaded to the left. X is greater than -4. 1, 2, 3, 4. An open dot of -4 shaded to the right. So, on this problem, there's a double shading together. So let's just make sure that this is really true. Let's put -5, because you were asking why make that greater than. If it was less than, then -5 would work, wouldn't it? Okay, so let's plug -5 in. What's the absolute value of -5?
5.
Positive 5. Is 5 less than 4?
No.
No. Alright, let's pick 0. 0 is in between these two. Absolute value of 0 is 0. Is 0 less than 4? Okay, what about positive 5?
No.
Okay, so what about 4? The absolute value of 4 is?
No.
4. 4 is less than 4? No. That's why they're open dots. Got it? It does work. So your second equation, inequality, change the sign and the inequality. Okay? Alright, now let's actually do a real problem. Example 2, the absolute value of 14 minus m, absolute value closed, is greater than 6. Is the absolute value by itself?
Yes.
Is it bigger than a negative?
Yes.
Then you can solve it, can't you?
Yes.
Okay. Yeah. Solve it. 2 inequalities, and then graph it. If you're not gonna write notes, then start on this side.
No, she has to get a paper.
You can do it. Work on your own.
I am. I figured it out and then we wrote it down.
14 minus m is greater than 6. And 14 minus m is less than negative 6. Be careful. Do not drop the minus in front of the m. This becomes minus 1m greater than -8. So if I multiply everything by a -1, because you can't have a negative variable. If I multiply everything by a -1 or I divide by a -1, it becomes m less than +8. Did everybody catch that?
Oh, yeah.
Let's see if you got that on right. Negative m is less than -20. M is
Greater.
greater than +20.
Yes, 20.
Alright, so we have 8, 10, 12, 14, 16, 18, 20. Go by 2s. Open dot at 20 shaded to the right. Open dot at 8 shaded to the left. Anybody beat me done? No? I was too fast, was I? Sorry. I'm saving the harder one for you guys. Can we go on? Anybody totally lost? Really?
Yes.
Which part? Can you do this? Can you get to the first step?
Yeah.
That's what you're learning today, is this. Now, at this point, can you solve this inequality?
Kind of.
All the way down to this point?
Yeah, it's only down to that point. And then
Okay.
I would get confused because switching the sign because we already. Well, I grabbed it wrong and then I got confused because I thought I did it right and then now I see what I did.
Okay, so you good?
Kind of.
You understand the switch here?
Yeah.
Divide off the negative one.
No,
So we divide by a negative, that has to switch.
okay.
Same thing here. Alright, example 3. This is a little more work. 2 times the absolute value of 1/4 V minus 5, absolute value closed, minus 4, greater than or equal to 3. Ready, set, go. Get the absolute value by itself first.
You go beat me.
No, we're gonna wait. I'll be patient. Everybody work it out. What? You have a question?
Got it.
All right. In a minute I'll start. I'm not gonna do it all. I'm doing one little step at a time. What you should have done. That's the first step. Okay, look at the second step. So we should have the absolute value by itself greater than or equal to 7/2. Which now we're ready to split it apart. Anybody not ready for me to do that? Okay. Oh boy. Alright, I'm going to split them apart. So when I split them, the absolute value goes away. The very first one is the same inequality. The second one is less than or equal to negative 7/2. Who did not get that far?
Well, I think I got it right, because
Well, did you get this or not?
I distributed the two.
Okay,
Is that right?
well, we're gonna find out. Okay, here we go. Next step. I don't like fractions, so I'm gonna multiply everything by 4. You did not have to do that, okay? So when I do that, this becomes 1v minus 20 greater than or equal to 28 over 2 is 14. Did anybody get regular fractions? I was the only one?
Yes. I got to see it.
That's okay. If you added 5, that's fine. Then you gotta add fractions. That's okay. Can I go on, or you want me to do it your way?
Go on.
You want me to go back and do it your way?
No, just go on.
You want me to do it your way? Or do you know how to do this?
No.
What's our common denominator between 4 and 2 and 1? 4. So if I multiply everything by 4, and that's the rule when you multiply, you gotta multiply every term. 4 times 1 is 4, 4 over 4 is 1b. 4 times 5 is 20. 4 times 7 is 28. 28 over 2 is 14. So they just reduce when you multiply by a common denominator. Okay? And that's something everybody in here is supposed to be able to do. So again, I did the same thing over here. This is going to be 1b. That's minus 20. Less than or equal to negative 14. Doesn't it look better at this point? Okay, so we add 20 to both sides. Okay, and we get b is greater than or equal to 34, and b is less than or equal to 6.
Yeah, I got the same thing.
Boy.
Yeah, a bunch of nerds, you're all cheering.
You're the math teacher.
I'm not cheering.
Whoa.
Awesome, guys.
Well, I like to be
You
right.
cheer over their goals.
All right, less than or equal to 6, so close dot is 6. Change to the left. And 34, greater than or equal to 34. Change to the right. Who got this? Who actually graphed it correctly, got down to it? That's pretty good. Yeah, right.
So yeah, if you distribute, that's fine.
Yeah,
It's a lot of work.
I just don't do that.
Makes more sense.
Okay, can you do this, yes or no?
Yeah, buddy.
Yeah.
All right, your assignment.
Gosh dang. Forgot about this one.
We can do quizzes every day and not do homework.
Yes.
What? No!
I'd rather do that.
20 points.
That wouldn't be that bad.
I like that actually.
I would do quizzes every day instead.
Assignment, page 401, 4 to 32 even, and all of mixture